I will be your shield in the fiercest battle. I'll defend you from all these arrows, and the sword I wield will keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
Week seven. It's week 7. Week 7 of marathon prep. Feeling pretty good, to be fair. Training's been going really well. We're definitely getting into the juicy part of marathon prep. So what I mean by that is all the distances are getting longer. You know, the long runs are getting long now. So last week, as I sort of showed you guys on that sort of nutrition one, I did 23.5 kilometers. This week, long run is going to 29 kilometers, and we're just really building up now. I think we've got 3 more weeks of building before we get a taper, before I head over to Thailand for the marathon. But yeah, like today, I'm just at my normal haunt where I do my thresholds. You might recognize this one of the other videos. Really made me realize I'm a bit of a creature of habit. You know, I like this. I was wondering earlier why I don't just go out running and do these 2-kilometer repeats when my watch beeps, but actually I quite like knowing the route I'm taking, and this is just over 2.5 kilometers round, and I've got my car here. I can leave my gels in here if I need to. You know, it's just I don't know, I'm a creature of habit. I think we can probably all be a little bit like that. So training's been going well. Everything's been going really well. I guess one of the things that's really kind of crept in over the last week or two, and it's not necessarily just related to the marathon, but it's part of, and that is self-doubt. You know, again, I can announce it now in the sense that when I go over to Thailand to do this marathon on the 21st of January, I ain't coming back. So I'm going to be planning on spending 9 months of 2024 over in Thailand. Going to be sort of pitching up on Koh Samui, I think, initially. Again, kind of still open-ended. And that's where I'm going to be training for that ultra marathon in April. So I'm going to be doing all my training over there and then go over to Japan from there in April. But you know, it coincides with the marathon. So getting back to the self-doubt is, it's kind of, I'm moving away from everything I've known. And that is, again, analogous to the marathon. You know, I've very much been a strength athlete my whole life. That's my comfort. That's my wheelhouse. And to venture out into the endurance side of things is you know, it's that I am questioning whether or not I can achieve what I want to achieve in this marathon. And as same as when it comes over to moving to Thailand, is I'm that self-doubt. The mind is very good at planting these seeds of self-doubt, and I think it was Henry Ford that once said is that, like, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. And the hard part here is making sure that I stay focused on the reasons I'm doing it. You know, so I'm moving away from everything I've ever known, even in the fitness industry. You know, I've always been a face-to-face, one-to-one coach, and now I'm going to be venturing into the online world, which scares me because it's not something that is my natural habitat. But as I always sort of preach to other people sometimes is, you know, the only real failure we can have in life is to shy away from these challenges. It would be far easier for me to only do strength training, to not venture into the world of endurance and marathons and ultra runs. It'd be way easier for me to stay where I am doing what I'm doing that I'm comfortable in, and not venture and move to Thailand and explore the world of online and a different way of living. But that isn't what living is, right? Living's about figuring out what the way I want to live and what excites me, and then going after it without fear. You know, I've got it tattooed on my hand, and I mention it all the time, is that's a reminder to myself to live without fear, to live courageously, and to do things that it would be easier not to do. Because I think that's how we grow as individuals. We take on challenges. And one thing I keep reminding myself is that when you have never done something, you know, when you're going outside your comfort zone and taking on a new challenge that is unique to you, you are going to have self-doubt. Self-doubt is going to be part of the process, because if you haven't done something, you are going to doubt whether or not you can actually achieve it. And it's actually that self-doubt that actually needs to be your compass. You know, if you're not experiencing self-doubt, then I would ask you whether or not you're challenging yourself enough. So, you know, maybe I'm procrastinating a little bit because the wind's picking up here, but I wanted to sort of share that with you, because one of the things I want to do on these videos is to try and be more open and honest and share the journey. So as I sort of venture over to Thailand and taking you with me on this journey of the marathon, I also want to take you on the journey of, you know, my life moving forward. you know, share with you the difficulties of being in a new place where I don't know anyone. And you know, maybe I'll have to start charging you, you'll have to start charging me for therapy. But it's having that ability to share that journey, because I do think that in order to live the life you want to live, and that's going to be different for every single one of you and everyone, is that you have to have courage, right? To defy what others are doing and to do something slightly different, which we all do. You know, we have to have the courage to do that. And, you know, that's scary. And with that comes self-doubt. And with that comes all of the other feelings like fear and anxiety, you know, excitement, all of this merged into one. But that's, like I said, that's living. That's growing as an individual. And that's challenging yourself to become a better version of yourself. So, yeah, well, anyway, so let's get into today's workout. So today on the cards, I've got a 2 kilometer warm-up. Not too much has changed from the previous threshold workout. 2 kilometer warm-up, and then I'm into 2 kilometer efforts, aiming for around about sub 4:30 pace. 200 meter jog in between, so about a minute and 15, and then I've got 5 rounds of that. So yeah, so it's a big workout today compared to where I was. I started out just doing 3 of these, now doing 5. You know, it's 10 kilometers of up-tempo work, 2 kilometers warm-up, and then the bits in between, we're sort of probably looking at a 13 kilometer workout. Yeah, I mean, procrastination's quite a big one today, because like I say, whilst the blue skies are out, the wind is up. So
I will
yeah, let's get started.
be your shield in the fiercest battle. I'll defend you from all these arrows, and the sword I wield will keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just you, me, and the odds. We stuck together, we 2 peas in a pod. You dealt a bad hand, I'm there seizing the cards. We'll never be separated till we seeing the gods. We've been low together, high forever. Long as we go together, we'll die whenever. Be a light, couldn't let the darkness try you ever. Truth in my word, you I lie to never. And when the world gets a little too hard, wipe your eyes, put away your sorrow. When it's war, I'll be leading the charge, and I'll be still fighting for you tomorrow. Yeah, even with a blindfold or in different time zones, could find my way to you with my eyes closed. There's nothing between us. Go to Mars or Venus, stand in front of every one of them rocks they slinging and be your shield.
Be your shield.
Yeah.
In the fiercest battle, I'll defend you.
I'll defend you
from all these arrows, and the sword I wield will keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
Wow, that was a bit of a psychological battle. That was 5 is I'm going to sound like a bit of a pussy here, but 4, you get to 2 and you're halfway. Fucking hell, like 2, a bit windy, 2 and you've still got 3 left. And it was just like, oh mate, it's like, then the wind is like, I'm making excuses, man. I got it done, everything went well. But yeah, tying that back to what I was saying pre-run, when you have that self-doubt, the way you overcome self-doubt is you outwork it. You lean in a little bit more and you push a bit harder. And that is what I had to do in that workout, is that the moment it got tough, I had to sort of grit my teeth and go a little bit harder. And ultimately, and again, it's like, it sounds almost cliche, sort of tying the marathon into life, but it's true. It's that what that can teach you by going through hard workouts and taking on tough physical challenges, it teaches you what it takes to overcome these tough things, right? And in life, and again, if you want to achieve things in life and you want to build businesses, you want to have good relationships with people, they're not easy, you know, and it requires work and effort. And if every time something gets tough, you back away, and you're never going to overcome anything. So outwork your self-doubt, take on tough challenges, and ultimately that's what I believe will lead to success in life anyway. And that's what I aim to do, and that's what I aim for these videos to help encourage you to do. So yeah, so outwork your self-doubt, guys, and keep working hard, and into week 8 of marathon prep, let's fucking go.